Have you ever wondered why you rarely see brides wearing a black wedding dress on their wedding day? And the ones that actually attempt to defy that tradition, people look at them like, what is wrong with this person? You're not mourning. Why is it that people attach some certain colors to some certain things, and then, you know, they see some other colors as abomination to that thing? For example, in Nigeria, we are used to wearing, or let's say up until recently, we're used to wearing black for funerals. It's all just funny and, should I say, crazy. Anyways, welcome to the Real Estate Chat Show. This is the show where we talk about anything and everything real estate. My name is Adedolapo Adeniro, and this show is proudly brought to you by Rollard Properties and Allied Services Limited. Rollard Properties is into sales of land, property development. And yes, this show is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to delve into that conversation already. But before then, let us go on this quick break. Hang in there for a second. I will be back. In the city of Lagos, Nigeria, we took clients to Freedom City Phase 1 and 2, Ibejuleki, for allocation, and it was a very beautiful experience seeing the smiles on the faces of our clients as we hand over their documents to them.
Hope this road is not too narrow.
This is 7 meters. Okay, you have 2 plots, right? So the first plot is ending here. Yes, and the second plot is starting here. It's ending there.
I paid without even seeing the land. I paid out of faith. So but while I was coming, I said, God, let it not be a waterlogged area. And God really answered my prayer. It's a very good place again.
The payment was seamless. I mean, the response is good. In fact, she didn't sign the letter she was supposed to sign on time. And one Mr. Dotun from the office had to call me because of the number. I was impressed by that, oh, they can't reach Tolu Alope and it's the last day. Can I reach her? And I was like, well, that's good customer service. And she did that immediately, you know, and they said, no problem, I could come. So I think it's organized. Staff here seem to be friendly.
This is my first time knowing how big plots, like one plot is. Thank you for buying from me from Rollard Properties, and they are very reliable, they are up and doing, and fast.
Freedom City Phase 3 is still selling, as well as our lands across Oyo, Lagos, Ogun, and Abuja. One of the things that make Rollard Properties stand tall is the fact that we deliver as promised. Talk to us in the DMs today or call any of the following numbers. Remember, buy Rollard, buy peace of mind. You're welcome back, and in case you're just joining us, this is the Real Estate Chat Show, and this is the part I love the most in the show, the conversations part, because we get to learn from the gurus. I have an interior decorator with me in the studio. She is the founder and managing director of C&W Interiors. Her name is Adeola Adeyeri. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're looking good.
Oh, thank you. Same with you. Good to see you too.
So let's talk about colors. How do colors generally impact interior decoration, especially when it comes to the home? What is the usefulness of colors? How do they impact?
Okay, I would say color is very essential in any space because they actually have a great impact on our moods. Yeah.
On our moods?
Yes, okay. On our moods. They affect our brain. They affect how we respond to things and objects around us. And that's where the term psychology of color comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Psychology of color has to do with how you control the emotions of someone in a space. That's just it. For example, if you are a very active person, using colors that have strong impacts on you might just be overbearing for you.
Okay.
And then, for example, in a bedroom, when you use colors like red, that has to do with passion and energy, you'll see that the occupant of that space will find it difficult to sleep easily because of the colors on the wall. So it's usually better to use a calm color in a bedroom. And then for offices, you can use colors that, you know, help the brain to think. Colors like red, colors like yellow, colors like green, depending on the brand or probably the purpose of the space. So generally, color is just about how you direct the emotions of the occupants of the space.
Okay, thank you very much. What are the best colors to use for a home?
Well, for me, I would not say probably one color is better than the other. In considering colors of a space, you have to pay attention to the occupants of the space.
Okay.
Like, is this person a calm person?
Okay.
Is this person a very, happy to go person, always here and there? So it's the personality of the occupants that should determine the color of the space. So for example, if I am a cool and calm person, and then you paint my walls in red, I would not feel too good because of the psychology of red on me. I rather want probably a light blue, a light green, a peach.
Okay.
But then if, because of the brand, you have to go with red, then I would recommend the lighter shade of red.
Of red, okay.
Yes, yes. So that, I'm not like contradicting the walls around me or the furnitures around me. That's just it.
Okay, so let's talk about colors and their meanings. Can we have some now, so that people who do not have an idea of that, so that they can have that idea now?
Okay. For red will go for energy and passion.
Okay.
And then red,
not necessarily danger.
yeah.
Okay.
We always have the good side and the bad side.
All right.
Yes. And then for red will also go with danger.
All right.
And then that is why in some industries or probably on the road, if there is anything like danger, you see it's usually written in red.
Okay.
And then red also catches your attention. And that is why in the traffic, stop, red, and not white. That is it, yes. And then let's talk about green. Green has to do with nature.
Okay.
Green has to do with productivity. So that is why you see some brands, depending on what they do, they don't just pick colors. They have to make sure the colors they're picking go with what they represent. That's just it. Then for black, we can say black is classy. Black has to do with sophistication and luxury. Also, black has to do with when you're mourning. Yes. But now, a lot of things are changing. Some people, some cultures don't wear black again when they mourn. They now wear white.
Yes.
Yes. So for colors, there is no good, there's no, oh, this is better than the other. It has to do with what you represent, the personality of the person, and then you're good to go.
But I can't help but think about something, like who made these rules? No, seriously, because I just feel, what if I want to paint my room black and use red curtains?
Okay.
Apparently, I can't tell my African mother that she'll be like, God of Jesus, Lord of Jesus. You can't do that because it makes your house probably look like a Babalao's house, you get. Okay. So who made these rules? Can we go into the history of how these things came to be?
Okay, I don't know who made the rules actually, but from observation, we've noticed that a high number of people, tend to have the same reaction to this color. So I want to believe that the founders of the psychology of color observed. That's why interior design is about art and science. So the science part is the observation, the experiment, that when you put 10 people down, how did they react to red? How did they react to black before they came to all these conclusions? So that's just it for me.
Okay.
So then for Africans, you made mention of that, using black and red. Well, if it's your personal space, why not? And then you just have to, we have to find a way to, unlearn, learn new things and then relearn things. Try to help people. When you see black does not mean, oh, it has to do with sorrow, it has to do with money. No, black is beautiful, actually. When they say Africa is black and Africa is beautiful. But we are black. So why is it not, oh, Africa is sorrowful? We are black, we are beautiful. So that is it. So there are so many things that are not right that we've learned as Africans, but we can help people to unlearn these things and learn the new ones.
I said something when I was opening the show. Okay. I said, okay, let me just ask you straight up. Okay. What would be your first reaction if you go for a wedding and you see the bride in a black wedding dress?
I'll be like, whoa, she's bold, she's brave.
Wow.
She's a game changer.
Wow.
So apart from the color, like she's in a black dress, I would rather want to go for the style. How stylish is the gown? Not just the color. The texture she used, that's the fabric.
Oh, yeah.
That's it for me, the style. And then does it have fitting on her? Is the style sitting well on her? For the black, sincerely like, wow, this is a bold and brave lady. She's a game changer. That's just it. If she's looking beautiful, why not?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. At least I've
My
learned a
pleasure.
lot from this conversation. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you too for having me.
Thank you. And I really hope that you've also learned something from this conversation as well. So let's go straight to the jaw dropper segment. We will be right back after that segment. Do not go anywhere.
Some people call it a nightmare. Other people call it an introvert's dream residence. In December 2020, photos of a tiny white house standing all alone on a remote island went viral online, giving rise to mysterious theories. Good day and welcome to Jaw Dropper on the Real Estate Chat Show. Today, we are shining the spotlight on a house that has been dubbed the loneliest house in the world. One rumor is that it was built by an eccentric billionaire who planned to retreat to Earthly Day in the event of a zombie apocalypse. Others suggested it was the property of a fanatically religious hermit. It was even speculated at one point that Iceland's singing sensation Björk owned the strange house and was even in negotiations with the government to buy the island. Nestled on the deserted island of Earthly Day in Iceland, right in the middle of the sea, this house is a far cry from human habitation and is ruled by the roars of the mighty ocean. Sources say that around 300 years ago, 5 families used to dwell on this island and they survived by raising cattle, hunting, and fishing. The last ones who lived are known to have left the island in the 1930s. Since then, the island has been deserted, and the only house existing there now is the loneliest in the world. Earthly Day Hunting Association had built the house on the island in the 1950s. The house doesn't have electricity, running water, or indoor plumbing, but it does boast of amazing views of stunning natural beauty, which makes up for that. The island itself is populated with flocks of puffin, which feast on the abundant supply of fish in the waters below. Despite puffins being an endangered species, they are not protected in Iceland, and it is not illegal to hunt them. The island spans across a sweeping 110 acres, and this makes the hunting lodge all more secluded. That's it on today's episode of Jaw Dropper. See you next time, and thanks for watching.
See, the truth is, every episode of the Real Estate Chat Show leaves me with something new added to my knowledge bank. You understand what I'm saying? I've learned a lot about colors today, and I know that sometimes you just have to break the tradition because, in essence, nobody really makes these rules. Hope you also learned a thing or two from that interview session, and of course, our Jaw Dropper section. Till I see you again next week, my name is Adedolapo Adeniro. It was a wonderful time having this conversation with Adeola Adere, and of course, having you there watching us. See you again next time and have fun. Bye-bye.